What's up, Scentsy fans? It's Patricia, and welcome to my empties for the last part of the year, which is the last 2 weeks of December. So I feel like I kind of warmed through a lot, but I've been working a lot on bricks, so it might not reflect in what I have. Now keep in mind, when I show you these items, some of them might have 2 cubes left, 3 cubes left, some of them might be full. So it's not like I plow through full bars. I have no problem putting back partial bars. Some people don't like to do that. So anyway, let's get started with some items that you can get now. And intermingled in here are items that are coming on January 1st. So depending on when you watch this video, it may be January 1st or December 31st. But I have Disney's Magic in Every Wish. This one is a limited time offer bar, and it's a yellow wax. It's sparkling lemon, lime, and sweet vanilla sugar. Really nice on cold. I don't find that it performed outstandingly to me, so I'll probably just stick with, squeeze a day. I'm okay with most lemon scents. I can kind of go with the flow. I don't have a real favorite that I'm, die hard for. So that is Magic in Every Wish. From the current catalog, I have Velvet Moon. I wanted to warm this because it was discoloring from almost like this pretty color to almost like a army gray green. So this one is Soft Vanilla Flower, White Musk, and Foggy Mist. And this is a nice one. It's hard to explain. It's a different type of scent. It reminds me of a little bit of a cologne floral with a marshmallowy fireside tone. That's what I get. I don't know if anybody else gets that. I don't think I need to purchase any more. Sometimes when I see bars discoloring, I don't want to stock up on them because I just don't really want them to change color. So I kind of buy as needed. I have Everlasting Gobstopper from Willy Wonka. The notes are orange pop, candied sugar, and tangerine. So this is a bright orange, juvenile, sweet scent. Good for kids' rooms, good for a citrus burst in your house. So I liked that one. I don't need to repurchase because I have other orange scents that I can kind of go to. Coming up and bring back my bar, we have Buzz Lightyear to Infinity and Beyond. This is a licensed bar, so it costs 50 cents more per bar. The notes are fizzy orange, black currant, plum blossom, and sugared raspberry. I mostly get a light, airy grape with a little bit of floral in some spots depending on when I warm it. And this one is just okay. I don't need to repurchase anymore. Has anyone else noticed that the wax is getting stuck in the corners? I'm not really sure why that's happening so much, but yeah. All right, another bring back my bar is Moretto. And this one here has notes of almond, honey, and spice. This does lean a little bit cherry as you warm it to my nose. Yeah, I can smell it now that I've smelled it warm. I can smell the cherry now. So this one is a good performer. So if you like Amaretto, or if you like cherry, if you like creamy honey, I don't get a lot of spice, but it is definitely a bakery that kind of leans cherry, almond, and creaminess, okay? Good performer, nice and strong. This one is, I was gonna say this one's retired, but it's actually back for Scents of the Season. So as I film this, it's December 31st. There's a lot of items leaving at the end of this day. So what I'll probably do is maybe I'll do up a little, Instagram square post, put it on here, and also put on Instagram everything that's leaving today, which is December 31st. So this is Homestead Holiday, part of the Scents of the Season. Now this is older packaging. The current packaging has Scents of the Season packaging, but the notes on this are blood orange, cinnamon, and fir needle. And sometimes I say I don't know if I get blood orange, but I think what blood orange is doing in a lot of sense with those other two things is it's combining to give me a potpourri. This reminds me of a potpourri, and when I smell this and I kind of close my eyes, I can remember the excitement of getting my very first Scentsy order. So this was actually my second Scentsy order, but my very first was I didn't smell anything. I just said, oh, get me some of the things in the clearance, and so I got 3 bars and 3 warmers. But this was the very first order that I kind of sifted through all the scent notes and picked out what I wanted. And I remember I got 12 bars, and I was so excited. And it just brings me back to that moment of, it was so exciting back then. It's different now, but when you think back to when you first got into Scentsy, it was an exciting time for me. So I have NHL Fresh Ice. This one is a licensed bar as well, Cold Air, Icy Mint, and Sandalwood. And this is a bedroom bathroom scent for me. It is cool. It is a little bit, not quite eucalyptus, but it does feel cold. It feels a little bit masculine, a little bit minty. So it's a nice one. I don't need to buy any more because I have too much wax, but it is a good one. I have Cinnamon. That is coming January 1st, and bring back my bar. Warm, earthy cinnamon. Crisp peppermint. I think Dan might have picked this one. I wish he would have picked something else. This one just didn't really do it for me. I do like mint scents for the most part, but this was kind of a sharp mint with a strange background, when that was probably the cinnamon. Very, very strong though. Did very well for performance. Not a repurchase for me. Scent of the month for December is Meet at the Mistletoe. This one didn't really do very well in the polls, but I did point out to people in the polls that depending on what you were grouped with, you had tough competition. So this was grouped with Mint to Be Merry. So Mint to Be Merry got 60% of the vote in its respective poll. So that's quite a bit. So this one didn't do the greatest with the public, but I personally liked it. It's mistletoe, subtle cherry, and refreshing forest. I didn't get any cherry, and it performed about a medium for me from my recollection. Now I'm going to just show you, I warmed 3 testers of First Day of Fall. Now First Day of Fall for me, I've always struggled with it. It just doesn't perform the greatest for me. It has pumpkin, autumn woods, ground nutmeg, and a dash of cinnamon. So I have to kind of warm this in a small area. Sorry, that's probably noisy. I have to warm this in a small area and kind of like, it's just the background scent for me. It's not as obvious as I want it to be, so that's my only issue. All right, let's continue on with testers, but now we're moving into things that are retired. So I do have a lot of testers of this one. It is Be Merry. Be Merry has pine boughs, holly leaf, and cassis as the notes. And to me, it smells like a cranberry wreath. That's kind of what it smells like. And it's a pretty good performer in the open layout, so I don't have any more Be Merry. I did have a customer looking for my last bar, so of course I let her have it. Icicles and Evergreen. I have this one in my club, but I used up a couple testers. Cool Blue Eucalyptus, Pine Needle, and Crystallized Sugar. Just a really nice, good wax. I really enjoy Icicles and Evergreen. Let's talk about this one next because it's a big item. I finished up a brick. I'm doing really well with the bricks. I'm not sure how many I've used all year. I think it might be 35, which is terrific. So this one it's called Caramel Sugar Cookie if you're listening and not watching. This is buttery notes, creamy caramel, vanilla, and sugar. So it's a heavy, rich caramel. Very rich, very buttery, good performer. It's a long-lasting bakery scent, so sometimes those are kind of hard to come by. My friend Patricia loves that scent. So, all right, I have 4 retired clamshells, and then we'll talk about retired Bring Back My Bars. I have Cozy Cabin. This was from 2019, the Cozy collection. And it's Christmas Bayberry, Chiffon Musk, and Crisp Cedarwood. I should have warmed this today and tomorrow because of Bayberry, but this one is like the poor man's version of Woodland Suede. Like Woodland Suede is top notch, and this one is on the same page, but it's just not as strong and it's not as long lasting. But I do enjoy it. It's a good one. I just wouldn't repurchase that one. I would repurchase Woodland Suede, which is not available, but you know what I mean. Cinnamon Roasted Pear from 2019. This was part of the Harvest collection back in the day. Roasted pear, clove, cinnamon, a touch of vanilla bean. There's no vanilla bean to my nose. It's very cinnamon dominant with some pear. And this was strong, but it didn't throw well. So when you were close to the warmer, it seemed strong and you can see that aggressive spice, but it didn't throw through the room the greatest. That's my experience with that one. I have Looney Tbes. This was a really good thrower. It's apple juice, ripe red berries, and sugared cherry. I just don't really like the scent combination. It reminds me of a juice that we got back in elementary school called Beep. And I think that's retired now, but it was up in Atlantic, Canada. So it was like a mixture of fruits and apple juice, and it I don't know, it just brings me back to that time. I finished up a 2021 clamshell Cloudberry Dreams. So a lot of these were flat bottoms. Let me see. Out of all my retired items, all of them are flat bottoms except for one. So Cloudberry Dreams is a very, very strong scent. This is a boomer. It's sweet raspberry, whisper of rose, peach, and vanilla. It says whisper of rose. There's definitely a lot of rose in there. Even if you like rose, you're probably going to say, yeah, I can see there's a lot of rose. If you're like me and you don't love rose, then you're going to pick that rose out in a heartbeat. All right, let's talk a few Bring Back My Bars that are not in the current lineup coming in January. For my daughter, I warmed Wild Black Cherry. I have a couple more that I'm going to finish up from this packaging before we move because this is a very strong scent and we're actually downsizing come February. So I need to warm some of my stronger scents in the hard to scent house when we move to our apartment. This will be way too strong. So I'm going to make sure I warm Wild Black Cherry. And basically the notes are juicy black cherry, like an old-fashioned black cherry soda. Probably one of Scentsy's stronger scents ever. This one's pretty strong too. I have 2 of them here. It's Spiced Grapefruit. And this is along the same lines as Wassail Wonderland. So if you like that scent and you ever see this one come up, maybe give it a try. This one doesn't have any tree notes. The notes on this one are mandarin, bergamot, citrus, coriander, nutmeg, and allspice. So a little bit more spicy, but along that same presentation line. I finished up an older Bring Back My Bar pinstripe packaging of pink tulips from 2019, crisp apple raspberries, and night blooming jasmine. I think it's night blooming jasmine. I just put night. I forgot to write the rest of the notes. This is a very beautiful scent. The older your wax gets, sometimes when you put it in the warmer, and if you're someone like me, what I do is I turn my warmers off and I let them cool. And I put a timer on for between 23 and 25 minutes. It depends on if you take the dish off the warmer or obviously you turn the warmer off, but if you leave the warmer on the dish versus you set it to the side. If you set it to the side, the wax is going to cool down faster. But when I can just kind of barely indent, I scoop it all out. Now, sometimes when you get older wax, you can tell it's getting old because it kind of peels out like leathery. It's not as, smushy as the newer wax. So that was happening with that one. And for my birthday, I warmed Happy Birthday. I actually warmed this plus birthday wishes. I just didn't finish birthday wishes. This has notes of sparkling sugar, fluffy whipped cream, and vanilla extract. So this is a nice cake scent. Sometimes I get that hint of marble. And I always say it's like a chocolate marble cake, but it's mostly vanilla with just a few blobs of chocolate. That's what I get from this. All right, let's talk a little bit about non-wax items. I don't have a lot, so I have Cozy Cardigan. My husband used this up. He loves to take baths and he loves Scentsy Soaks. And I did see in the, end of the month live. I just watched it from Metallica Mom's YouTube, so thank you to her for posting that because I don't have Facebook. They're actually going to have an exclusive product in the January Whiff box, which is a Scentsy Soak, but it's going to be in Just Breathe with a loofah as well. So I might have to get that just because my husband loves them so much. I have Snow-Kissed Cranberry in Scentsy Fresh, and this is a little bit different than the wax. I prefer the wax, but this was nice. And sometimes I found it kind of bubbled up more than some of the other Scentsy Fresh. I'm not sure if that was just my imagination. I have a bathroom cleaner in Sun-Kissed Citrus. This has a special nozzle that contributes to foaming. I do find as you use it up, sometimes the nozzle will get clogged. So every once in a while, if you think of it, you can keep a counter clean sprayer and you can switch it up if you find that happens, or maybe just try rinsing that out under warm water. I have a Christmas Cottage scent circle. I had this in our linen closet. Yeah, it performed fairly well for a scent circle. I have a marshmallow buttercream oil. This is a nice, it's a good mixing oil. Remember, you can mix oils as well. Yeah, it's just like a creamy, it almost reminds me of like a vanilla with a malt. That's what it reminds me of a little bit. I have, this is funny, I have a little story here for you. So I have a fragrance flower, and you probably say, well, not that anyone notices, but if you were paying attention, I haven't finished a fragrance flower in a very, 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 very long time because I always get ones that stall. So this one, okay, so the flower was from Sun-Kissed Citrus. This bottle was my cashmere and corduroy one that stalled. So I got annoyed because, and I messaged Scentsy and they sent me a new one. I actually sent it to my sister, so hopefully she doesn't have any issues. Anyway, if she does, I'm sure she'll let me know. But my cashmere and corduroy stalled, maybe like halfway down. It would not move. So what I did was I took the flower out and I think I just threw it away. I don't know where the heck it went, but that flower is gone. I don't know where it is. But I was finishing a Sun-Kissed Citrus at my work. So the Sun-Kissed Citrus one was finished, but I thought, let me take the Sun-Kissed Citrus flower and transplant it into the cashmere and corduroy and see if it's the flower. Like maybe the flower, is it the oil or is it the flower? Well, the good news is it started absorbing the oil. It wasn't fast, but it definitely started absorbing it, probably because the flower already had Sun-Kissed Citrus. Now, as time went on, the flower became the dark color that you see in the internal part, and this outskirts part was a lot lighter with Sun-Kissed Citrus, so I could tell that the cashmere and corduroy was coming into it, and it was a nice combination. So kind of an interesting combination. Good thing that it worked out because it's kind of like cashmere and corduroy had a citrus boost. All right, last two items. I have two laundry products. One is Fluffy Fleece washer whiffs, and I have the tiniest bit of Fluffy Fleece laundry liquid, so you'll see that next time my empties come up. And I was finishing off, I had two going on at one point of laundry liquid, so I finished off aloe water and cucumber almost 2 weeks ago. So obviously mismatched, but I'm really not in my real laundry life. I'm finishing up this one now. I'm going to be mismatched again. So speaking of laundry, we'll have a question about laundry. A coming up in the new catalog, we are going to have dryer sheets. And I don't know if the dryer discs are continuing or what. I just saw it on the end of the month live. But let me know down in the comments below, do you use Scentsy laundry products? If you do, what products do you go to and what scent do you go to? Also, maybe you're someone that mixes and matches. Maybe you use the laundry liquid from your local grocery store and you use washer whips. Let me know your approach down below, or if you don't use the laundry products, let me know. Personally, if I'm going to buy the laundry products, I usually wait until I have product credit from a party and I get them free that way. So also you can get them half price as a half price item. So keep that in mind. It makes you feel good about doing the laundry, that you, especially if you get it at a discount. So thanks for spending the last few minutes with me. I hope you have a great day in your neck of the woods. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Take care, and I will see you guys in the next video.